Hello everyone. Getting about a 20-minute later start than I wanted to initially, but I think we'll be good. I don't think I'm going to lose too much time by starting a little later, but let's get back on the Whittier and Southern after like a week plus absence, I think. Or not quite, I don't think it's been quite a week absence yet, but oh yeah, that's right. We're jumping back in at this point. Alright, so that goes to the farm supply, and all of that's going to the bridge site. So let's get this guy backed in. Well, let's fix that first. I don't know why the train's moving. But it's definitely moving on its own. And we need to set that track open. I would rather not have the first derailment on the railroad in the first 10 minutes of the stream, first 5 minutes of the stream even. Okay, that's plenty far enough. Alright, let's jump back and get a hold of the bridge site train here. Excuse me, let me get over a real quick sneezing session real quick. And we don't have any other cars that need to go back to Whittier today or anything, so I will probably just wait a little bit of time once we get the bridge site cars down there, and hopefully that car will go ahead and empty. Okay, let's line that off the main. Oh, need to be going in the right direction with the reverser first. And we're just going to run this thing all the way down here to the end of the side. That's going to be by far just the best place to leave it. Go ahead and start slowing the whole train down here. Apply the handbrakes, and boom. All right. And then I'm going to pull the reverser back a little bit. We don't have any reason to keep it to the corner of the cab. Let's get moving forward and hook up to this train real quick. That's plenty of speed. That's plenty of speed. Let's play with the brake a little bit. All right. And I'm going to do this for now. Use the third person cam a little bit. Since I'm sort of role-playing more of an engineer's role in this. I know there's one. I know that one of these buttons moves you along the train. Whoa, I need to switch that back. I'm glad I thought of that. Input camera. 9. Feels good. Feels good to be back in the saddle on 71 here. Feels good to be back in the saddle on a railroad or steam locomotive in general. But so we've got this guy, which is in this is the C-37 consolidation, sort of the next thing, keeping with the southern theme for the time being. Anyway, we're gonna go for a T-22 of some of some shape, form, or description. One of the modded locomotives, probably, just because I do like having that extra tender capacity. Alright, so we're starting to get the cars in the job site limits. I do want to stay up here though, because I want to make 100% sure that I don't ram this train through the buffers up here at the end of the track. Okay. Whoa. Use the train brake, not the independent. Alright, and we're gonna bottle this as well, just for a little extra support. Okay. Let's get moving. So eventually, we'll be able to come back, or we'll be able to come down here and have the railroad open to Bryson City. Which will be a nice addition to the railroad. Something I would like to do in the stream tonight is at least get something else that we can use and run up the mountain with. Yet, however, again, if we're staying sort of with the southern theme, then we'll need $17,000 to get this. Because I'm afraid that the T-22 just isn't got the oomph to push a log train up the mountain. And I also don't know if I want to send a 10-wheeler up the mountain. But as is, you know, every railroad's goal, hopefully by the time we get to that point, we'll need something with a little more power, even on the main line, than the 10-wheeler has. We can go ahead and start bringing our speed back down. Okie doke. Don't need to get a heck of a lot of speed up going into the siding. A, the siding track isn't great, and B, we just don't really need a lot of speed up because we're gonna almost immediately connect to this hopper car. There we go. Alright, let's get this thing into the siding up here. Alright, with the train attached, oh, come on. Okay, it's empty. You're empty. There it goes. Okay. I was about to say. Alright, let's get this thing switched. And I'm going to, just so that it doesn't get pitch black on us before we get back to Whittier, I'm going to put it back down to 1-to-1 time compression as well. I think we should still be good to handle 2 cars with the independent. Alright. Well, let's get this car that's going back up to East Whittier in a good position to be re-grabbed momentarily. Okay. And on the way back up, we will want to be running our reverse headlight, our tender light. Usually I don't worry too much about it, but it will actually be dark. There will actually be a reason to run a headlight, which, as far as I know, is really something they didn't do in the steam era. Like, you know, nowadays, everywhere you go, the light is always on a train. Whether we're talking about steam locomotives, you know, that are running at museums or tourist railroads or heritage railroads, wherever they're running. But also, even on the main line, you've always got a headlight on. But as far as I know, in the steam era, during that era of railroading, they didn't run with a headlight always on. As far as I know, back then they really only ran the headlight if the headlight needed to be run. Okay, so yeah, that only made us $78. So how big a loan can we take out at the end of the day? We can take out almost a $10,000 loan. Can I get a decent locomotive for $10,000? We can get the T22, which I was just talking about. We can get one of these absolute beasts, but the Southern Railway never owned any of this type of articulated locomotive, so we'll probably just go for the T22. As sort of goofy as I think doing that is. We could run the log train and the mainline train with the same locomotive, but that ends up taking so much time to do that I usually just don't do it. But we definitely could, and we're gonna need to do the sawmill anyway. We're gonna need to buy freight cars. We're gonna need to buy log cars, because I did this start with nothing but the locomotive. So I've got to remember that too. And I mean, if we want to split away from the whole staying with only stuff that the Southern Railway would quote unquote give us, we would go with the L27. However, if we're gonna quote unquote role play this, the L27 or the Skookum would already be out on the West Coast at this point. But the Smoky Mountain or the Little River Lumber Company 110 would not be. It would still be on the East Coast. It would still be just over the mountain in Tennessee in the 1950s. So it almost could work out doing that locomotive. Because even as a Southern subsidiary, if we did acquire our own locomotives, because my hometown railroad was the Tallulah Falls Railroad, and they were technically a Southern subsidiary for a long time in their operation, a majority of their operation. And they were all the time buying their own locomotives. So we might do that. I might do that for the log train. Okay, I can let that reverser way off. We don't need to be effectively chugging up through here in first gear, because that's effectively would be what we were just doing. Barreling up the tracks at 15 miles an hour in first gear. And now we just start the long haul back up to Whittier. So these things cost $7,400 to buy. And then the big log cars that I would want to use Those are 2K. These are only 1100, and you can still get 6 logs. That means I'd have to have twice as many as the big logging gondolas, but it would be a much, I think it would be a, well, but if you think about it, by the end of the day, it wouldn't be a cheaper option. So yeah, I think we're just gonna go with the logging gondolas. That'll be the simplest thing. Yeah, that'll 100% be the simplest thing to do. Okay. Well, I always forget how long the trip from Ela up to Whittier really and truly is. I guess we are almost halfway up the track, though. Let's jump up the tracks. I think I just got, yeah, I just got out of the locomotive. I guess I forgot you have to do this for this. Kind of want to watch this thing come by. I haven't played Railroader in the third person in a really long time, which I don't want to play this in the third person the whole time, but hitting third person some of the time be kind of cool. Okay. I still also love this model, which in the first Whittier and Southern stream, I talked a lot about this model. Has it got a Baldwin thing? A Baldwin Locomotive Works. No, Williams and Company. Yeah, Baldwin Locomotive Works. Yeah. Yeah. So it does have the prototypical builder's plate for Southern 401. Something that almost, really and truly would have almost been cool for the devs to have done, which the guys that do all the 3D modeling for this game are the guys that I think they were the back shops, I think. No, it wasn't the back shops. Anyway, they have made a lot of the trains locomotives, the real good high quality trains locomotives that I have used I've bought over the years. And so they do really great work. And I'm glad to see that they kind of Got to. Yeah, that technically that needs to go back to the interchange, but we're not going to worry about it. We're not worrying about it today. I wouldn't have worried about this hopper car if it wasn't for the fact that I needed the space that it was taking up in the side and at Ela Farm Supply. I think that's what we'll do, though. I think we'll buy a P18 Pacific, and I usually need I usually need 3 of these, I think, or 2 of these, something. I usually need 2 or 3 of these. Because at the end of the day, these 70-ton logging gondolas are still the most economic option. Alright, let's ease down to about 15 miles an hour to come into this. Those are all ready. We are going to have quite the switching bill tomorrow, though. Which is good to see, honestly. It's really good to see. Because that means more money. Let's make sure all the switches are lined for where I want to take this car. Yeah, everything's good. We sent off, I think, the coal hopper in the first stream. I can check that really easily, though. Well, that only gives me my engine roster. I've got to go here. Oh. I bought a box car and sent it off? Oh, crap. Oops. Well, that's unfortunate. I mean, this thing really and truly has an absolute massive amount of coal in it, though. So, it's not quite as needy as a lot of locomotives. But the problem we're going to run into is buying them. Buying them, they are going to not have coal in them when we get them. So they'll need to be cold. Oh, that sucks. Didn't think about that. I don't know, we may just not run the sawmill for an extra day. And instead of spending the money to buy a locomotive to run the sawmill and to buy logging gondolas, we may run... yeah, that's what I'm going to do. So finance to get coal... in, it's only $150 per ton of coal. So if I go down here, the big 70-ton hopper, is $1,300. So let's just take out a 5K loan, buy that thing, which thankfully did not spawn behind us. I need to flip these switches too before I wreck the train. Which I did actually discover that the switches will actually open for you. So they sort of act like spring switches as opposed to stiff switches. I don't know why I just blew the whistle that many times. I only needed to hit it twice, but whatever. Whatever. And just because I'm gonna get this thing clear of the main, or that yard leads switch. Alright, let's get this set. Kind of a dark green. I think will be really cool. Alright, so you will eventually unload at East Whittier, and I'll send you off tomorrow. Alright, so everything's done that I'm gonna do for today. So let's do that. So we did get a fair amount of stuff. Okay, let's run. There's no reason to run through that switch. Open that. Open that. Hey man, good to see you. I checked your channel out, by the way. Awesome art. And I subscribed on my personal YouTube channel as well. Stunning stuff, man. Absolutely stunning stuff. So, okay. All of these ELA cars, I'm just gonna stick in this stub siding, in this siding track, and then East Whittier Water Mill, which is that. The waterworks did not receive any cars. And they have no cars ready to leave. Let's go ahead and start easing the brake on. Alright. We'll get hooked up to these cars. Really? Bang! Alright. So, I want to take that one, stays here. That's my boxcar. Alright. So unhook the train there. Release that handbrake. Do this. Don't need much speed. Just enough to get us past there, and then open that. Just preemptively open that, because I know I'll forget to do it if I don't. Slick. Slick. It's a very large hopper. I don't think I've noticed that particular hopper model in the game before. Alright, I need to clear this as well. I think that's plenty far enough. Thank you, man. I lost connection. All I heard was I checked. Yeah, so I checked your channel out, man. It's awesome artwork. That is awesome artwork. And I subscribed on my personal YouTube channel as well. So I noticed you stream semi-regularly, or fairly regularly, I guess you could say. So hopefully I can catch one of your streams the next time you do one. Get to hang out with you on your stream a little bit. Alright, let's ease this off. I have remembered tonight why I don't stream this game all that much. There's so much time in between doing anything. Whoa. Let's skyrocket a piston real quick. Ease off. You should. It's so cool. Have you ever tried Fortnite? Yeah, I jumped on Fortnite years ago when it had initially released, and played I don't know how much of it. And then me and my friend moved on to Call of Duty Warzone, and I probably haven't touched Fortnite in, I wouldn't even try to guess how long that should be your next stream. You know, I might would do it. I might would do it just to see how it feels now. Again, after so much time, that's kind of like, there's a lot of games that I do want to do some streams, where I go back and play games that I haven't played in years. I think you'll like it. Yeah, Fortnite was always one of those things that I did always enjoy playing back when I played it. It was one of those things, those games, unfortunately though, that I played too much and burned myself out on. Sort of like I did with this game when it first came out, which is sort of the reason why I've kind of stepped back. I've even kind of stepped back from this game, but all the videos that I've got recorded, I recorded like 2 weeks ago, which because I have went back and basically started reinventing my editing style. Is Trains your favorite game? You know, this one's probably as as far as just running trains, this game is probably my favorite game, but it's definitely, train games in general are definitely my favorite genre of games. And speaking of train games, I'm really looking forward to a game coming out in, I don't know when, because the devs haven't even given like a general idea of the time frame. By the way, man, are you on PC or PlayStation? I'm on PC. I do play on PlayStation a lot. Not as much as I used to. There's a lot of stuff that's my answer for. There's a lot of stuff that I used to do a lot more than I do now. Just back when I had more time to do things. Which I say that like I haven't just spent hours missing. A vertical stream, you can have 30 viewers at once. Yeah, those vertical streams are one of those things that I have thought about doing. Jeez, that's nuts. That's actually nuts. Yeah, the vertical streams are something that I would try at least once. Yeah, I've definitely thought about giving it a try already. I just haven't done it. It'd be at like 1K in no time. Yeah, I'll give it a try for sure. Alright, let's ease this thing off. Holy cow. I've only been on this for 49 minutes. Jeez. Yeah, I don't know, I may... Dang. That's insane. Of course, the vertical streams, they connect to YouTube Shorts, I think, right? So it's a lot more. If that is the way it works, I could see that getting a lot more traffic than doing a full. Yeah, okay, that's what I thought. So that makes sense. Yeah, so it's in the right. So I could see how that would get a lot more views. But I think I'm gonna do something real quick. As much as I do love this game, I'm gonna save, and I'm gonna jump out of it, and I think I'm gonna go turn this into a Minecraft stream. So let me do some work real quick on this. /create. I gotta go check. Real quick. Okay, so this would be 6, and then wow, this is gonna have a list of tags 72 miles long. Alright, do that. And I should be able just to go back to here. So if you do a Fortnite stream next, do vertical. Yeah, I might try that. I definitely might try that. So I'll get back to interacting just a second. My brain's my brain's confusing itself trying to think of 16 different things at one time. Actually, before I get started back in that full screen window, there, so that the title and description are not misleading. Back to that. Do this, because then I'm gonna have to add. Ooh, wait, drag that back over here. No, I don't want to put it in the window manager. Thank you, computer. You're awesome, but you're a little much sometimes. Ugh. All right. I actually have gotten everything set up in OBS. That's the fastest I've ever set stuff up in OBS. This is just simpler than, I think, than completely ending the live stream and starting another one, even though I probably should have done that. This is a lot simpler. Okay. Alright, Yadiel. Let's get going, dude. Oh, yeah, that's right. I ran out of fuel in my portable drill. Great. You've started work on the Fisher's Hut. I hope you have. Because I want to get that done and get quite... I'd like to get an absolutely massive amount of stuff done. Is what I'd really like to do. But it's going to take him ages to finish that. It's going to take him absolutely ages to finish that. Let's check his progress. Yeah, he's at 45%. Great. Alright, while he's finishing that, I'm going to try and figure out actually how I want us to lay everything out. So I think the big thing I want to do is I'll put a warehouse like where it buffers up to right here, and then I want to put a small, very small little lighthouse here. Yeah. I just remembered why I'm not digging any more out. It's because I don't have anything in my portable drill. Alright, since he just slept, and that means he's gonna have to go back and reset his work anyway, we're gonna run over, not home, to the nether portal. And we're gonna refill the portable drill with lava. Alright, there we go. And then we'll run back over here and we'll just fill the drill up with water here. Boom. Perfect. I'm not going to go all the way to the bottom, because I don't know exactly how deep I want the canal to be, and I don't really see any reason in going any deeper than the depth that the canal is going to end up as. But I do know I'm going to want the canal to come at least this far. Really, further than that, really. But for the time being, that's far enough. Ow. Come on, work with me, game. Seriously? I blame the game for not working with me, and then I do that stupidity. Alright, well, the main thing I wanted to do, we have achieved. As far as it goes to opening, getting the beginnings of the canal opened up. And that was mostly just me wanting... There is a lot of dirt that has now floated to the surface. Yeah, I'm not going to worry about the rest of it. So that now allows me, I think, to have enough dirt to finish filling this area right here in. Hopefully. Oh, hey, look at that. He actually finished the fisherman's hut. Awesome. Alright, well, we'll deal with that in just a second. I'm gonna finish filling this in with dirt. Yeah, and she needs a fishing rod, which is just great because I'm out of string completely.